One of the most surprising trades this offseason just went down, and you're not going to believe who it is. No, it's not McDavid. It's Carey Price. 3 Vezina nods, a Conn Smythe, and 15 years of being the face of the Montreal Canadiens. And now Carey Price is property of the San Jose Sharks, a club that already has more goalies than it has teal jerseys in the stands. By the way, Price hasn't seen NHL rubber since April 2022, so if you're blinking at your phone wondering what on earth just happened, join the club. The short version, this isn't about saves, it's about a $10.5 million receipt the league is happy to let someone else cash. Here's the 30-second version that'll make you sound smart at the water cooler. Montreal ditches a contract that was clogging their rebuild like a hairball. San Jose buys the easiest path to the cap floor without actually spending money. And thanks to the NHL's new cap playoff rule, dead money is suddenly worth more than Bitcoin. A retired goalie is now on paper more useful than half the starters in the league. Here's how that math works. Price's $10.5 million has lived on long-term injured reserve for 2 seasons, but LTIR isn't free pizza. You can park there in October. Come April, the league slams a hard cap on playoff rosters. LTIR cash doesn't count. Every dollar stuck on ice is a dollar you can't spend at the deadline. The Habs kids are knocking on the door and they need room to sign them. Maybe even add a rental. Ship out Price's hit and poof, $4.5 million of dead space disappears. That's not heartless, that's housekeeping. The Sharks are rebuilding, sure, but they're also only $5 million clear of the league's $65 million basement. Let their UFAs walk out and they drop under the floor, which costs draft picks. Enterprise 1 year left, $10.5 million on the cap, but just $2 million in real dollars because the bonuses were paid ages ago. Ownership gets to write the big number on the budget sheet while writing a much smaller one on the actual check. They don't need him to play, they need him to exist. Think of it as buying a gift card for $8.5 million, except the card can also hypothetically stop pucks. Montreal wasn't getting a favor like this for free. They tossed in a 2025 5th-round pick and a minor league defenseman, Gannon Lacroix, a 7th rounder who eats pucks for breakfast in the WHL, but hasn't sniffed the NHL. One in 8 5th rounders ever play 100 games. So is this a scratch-off ticket territory? For the Canucks, it's the cost of surgery. For the Sharks, it's a free lotto ticket for holding the door open. Who wins here? The Sharks flipping cap space like it's real estate, or the Habs finally clearing the driveway? Tell me below. The most convincing hot take gets pinned. Price had a full no movement clause. He could have killed the whole thing with one thumbs down emoji. Word is he waved at it once GM Kent Hughes explained the move helps Montreal's kids and keeps the statue building on schedule. Price still pockets every dime, keeps the family in the same time zone, and never has to find a new dentist. Meanwhile, his teammates he left behind gets flexibility, maybe a few extra toys to play with. If you're gonna retire on paper, you might as well do it in first class. This is the first big test of the NHL's new playoff cap rule, and every GM just screenshotted it. Expect more LTIR contracts to fetch mid-round picks at the future deadlines. Dead money is now an asset class. Arizona, Anaheim, Chicago, any team with cap room, just got a playbook. Weaponize space the same way contenders weaponize prospects. Going rate, roughly a 5th rounder for every $8 million in cap floor relief. Phones are already buzzing. So yes, a retired goalie getting traded sounds like a headline you thought you'd never hear, but it's actually the slickest cap move of the summer. Montreal sheds a headache, San Jose buys a placeholder, and Carey Price keeps every penny and his legacy intact. Welcome to the NHL, where sometimes the most valuable players are the ones who never leave the press box.